cream cheese lovers out there. My name's Carlette Bledsoe and I'm from Kingsville, North Carolina, and welcome to the heart of my home, my kitchen. This is the last week, and as the old saying goes, time flies when you're having fun, and I have had so much fun. But it is week 8, and if it's a dessert you're looking for, never fear, because you can find it right here. I'm talking about my decadent cream cheese brownies featuring the original Philadelphia cream cheese, topped off with a mocha cream cheese frosting featuring Philadelphia whipped cream cheese. This is a cream cheese and chocolate lovers delight. We've got 2 shots of chocolate, 2 shots of cream cheese. What more can I say? Except let's get cooking with Carlette. I've been making these brownies since 1992, and actually I've become synonymous with the words decadent cream cheese brownies. My family and friends just eat them up. Whenever I have to go somewhere and carry dessert, they always ask, did you make some of those cream cheese brownies? And of course I always say yes. My husband and I owned a restaurant several years ago, and I would make them for the restaurant. And people knew if they wanted them, they either had to come to the restaurant early or they had to place a special order. One or the two. So I hope these brownies become synonymous with you and your family and friends love them just as much as mine do. So for our brownie batter, all I've done is I've used a boxed brownie mix. If you have a special recipe that you absolutely love, go ahead and use it. But I've used a boxed brownie mix ever since I've started making these, and it's just quick and easy. There are a lot of convenience products out there that you can make your own just by tweaking them up a little bit. And that's what we're doing today with our decadent cream cheese brownies. So I've got my brownie batter ready, and I'm just going to put it to the side now. Now on to our cream cheese batter. And what we have in it is 8 ounces of the original Philadelphia cream cheese softened, 1/4 cup of butter softened, 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, 2 large eggs, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla. What we're going to do to get our batter started is we're going to take our 8 ounces of the Philadelphia cream cheese softened and put it in our mixing bowl and beat it until it's smooth. Now you can use the low-fat cream cheese here. It works fine, but my opinion is if you've gone this far, you might as well go for the gusto and use the original Philadelphia cream cheese. What I have in my mixing bowl already is my cream cheese and my butter, and I blended these two well together, and it didn't take any time at all because they were at room temperature and softened. Now I'm going to add in my 1/2 cup of sugar, and I'll blend it until it's incorporated well. Now I'm going to add in my eggs one at a time, and you'll want to beat these well after each addition. That's 1. Now egg 2. And I like to crack my eggs in a bowl first in case I crack the shell in there, or if the egg is old or if it's a bad egg, and that way I won't get it into my batter or my recipe. And now we're just going to add in 2 tablespoons of our flour and 1 teaspoon of our pure vanilla. And we're just going to beat this up till it's nice, light, and fluffy. And there you have it, our cream cheese batter. Now doesn't that look beautiful? Now it's time to get our pan ready to bake our brownies. And what I've got is a 9x13 pan, and I'm just going to coat it with some cooking spray. Make sure you get all the way around on the bottom and on the sides. And then I'm going to put it in a piece of wax paper that I cut to fit earlier. And the reason why we're putting the wax paper in is after they finish cooking, we can get the brownies out and stick them in the freezer and chill them down a lot faster so we can ice them. Now I'm going to put half of the brownie batter into the bottom. And you want to make sure that you spread it all the way around to get over the entire bottom of the pan. Oh, this is going to be absolutely wonderful. So chocolatey and decadent and delicious. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to take our cream cheese batter and we're going to come over the top of our brownies. Now when you're putting this on top, you want to make sure to get it over the top of it as much as possible and not mix the brownie and the cream cheese batters together, because we don't want a marble effect or anything like that. We want 2 separate layers. Now I'm just going to come back over the top with the rest of my brownie batter and just kind of drizzle it onto the top. Now this does not have to be perfect by any means because we are going to put that delicious mocha cream cheese frosting on top. So you're going to have a layer of chocolate, a layer of cream cheese, and then a layer of chocolate again. And that's going to be absolutely beautiful when we finish with it. Okay, we can just spread it out just a little bit, but being very careful that we don't get that marble effect again. Okay, now we're just going to pop it in a 350-degree oven and let it cook for about 30 minutes. While our brownies are in the oven cooking, we're going to go ahead and make our mocha cream cheese frosting. Now, my little 3-year-old loves to help me with this because she knows that if she helps Mommy with this, she gets the important task of cleaning the bowl afterwards, and we all know what that means. So, let's go ahead and go through our ingredients for our frosting. We're going to use 1 stick of softened butter, 1 tablespoon of pure vanilla, 4 cups or 1 box of powdered sugar, a half a cup of cocoa. We're going to use some black coffee and an 8-ounce container of the whipped Philadelphia cream cheese. Our first step is to go ahead and beat our butter until smooth. And like with the cream cheese filling, this will not take long because it's already softened. See, it's already beat smooth and beautiful. Now we're going to add in our 1 tablespoon of vanilla. And we're going to beat that in until it's good as well. Now we're going to add our powdered sugar in real slow because we don't want a snowfall everywhere. So we're going to add this in real slow, and after each addition we're going to beat until it's well blended. Now we're going to add the last of our powdered sugar in. We're going to get that beat in real well. And now it's time for some cocoa. Now we're going to beat this until it's incorporated well. And it's okay if it starts to ball up some because we're fixing to add our coffee. And that's going to smooth everything out. We've already added in our coffee and see how nice and smooth it's already gotten. I'm going to add in just a little bit more. Now the amount of coffee that you add in is totally up to you. If you like a stiff icing, don't add as much coffee. If you like a runnier icing, add more coffee. But the beautiful thing about this, if you use too much coffee, you can always add more powdered sugar or more cocoa. Now I'm actually going to fold in my whipped Philadelphia cream cheese, and the reason why I'm folding it in instead of beating it in is because I want to keep that airiness that the whipped cream cheese has, and it's just going to lend a light fluffiness to this frosting, and it's going to be absolutely wonderful. Now if you're not a coffee drinker, don't be afraid of this frosting. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I absolutely love this frosting. And a side note on the coffee, if you're not a coffee drinker, you can use instant coffee in it as well, and it will just turn out simply marvelous. Now look at this, how it's just lightened up and aired up. Oh, so beautiful, so beautiful. Now I think this is ready for our brownies. I'm so excited. Our decadent cream cheese brownies came out of the oven a little while ago, so I took them out of the pan, popped them in the freezer, let them chill out some, and now I'm frosting them with that beautiful mocha cream cheese frosting we made just a few minutes ago. Oh, look at this frosting. Now that shine and that smoothness, that's all in part to that whipped Philadelphia cream cheese. Just absolutely gorgeous and yummy. The brownies are done and the party's begun. Our decadent cream cheese brownies topped with mocha cream cheese frosting look absolutely delicious. We've got them plated up with a sprinkling of cocoa powder and some flowers out of my garden, not to mention some nice cold milk to go along with them. These are truly a cream cheese and chocolate lover's delight. I hope you've enjoyed this recipe as much as I've enjoyed showing it to you, and I really do hope you'll give my decadent cream cheese brownies topped with my mocha cream cheese frosting a try, because I know your family and friends are going to love them. So until we meet again, hopefully in Georgia, this has been Carlette Bledsoe. Bye y'all.